Go Get It Nation. Tell me something. Is your email on the ropes? Well, then it's time to learn to be a champion inboxer. Let's go get it live right after this. All right, y'all, this is Go Get It Live. Welcome to the show. Don't forget to share. And as always, I look forward to answering your questions. But I got a couple of questions for you first. Is your email on the ropes? Do you have a winning email fight strategy? Well, if not, it's time right now, my friends, to learn to become a champion inboxer. And you're going to find out the 6 ways you're probably getting your butt kicked with your emailing. Plus, we are going to reveal the winner of the first ever Go Get It Challenge. Let's go get it. Yo, what is going on, Go Get It Nation? Thank you so much for tuning in. I see the numbers are jumping up every second. People are hopping on board. Welcome. Here we are, ladies and gents, to Go Get It Live. I am Corey Dissin, the undisputed heavyweight champion of content. Welcome to the show. A quick reminder, as I always do at the start of the festivities, I'd appreciate it if you guys would hit that little share button. Let the world know you are here. Invite the friends. Invite the people you are connected to. Tag a friend in the comments. We have all sorts of Go Get It gospel that we are going to share. And hopefully we're going to help some people out today. But we're going to get to all your questions, as we always do. But a reminder that we are going to answer a few questions first of mine. Is your email on the ropes? Are you an email contender or a pretender? Let's get in the ring right now. Let's get you training, and let's turn you into a champion inboxer right now here on Go Get It Live. And if you stick around here to the end of the show, I'm going to be giving you guys yet another free marketing resource, 6 ways you're getting your butt kicked with your emailing. And we're going to present a punch and counterpunch. You'll see what I mean as we go here. And plus, we're going to break some new ground today. We're going to be announcing the winner of the first ever Go Get It Challenge. That should be fun. Looking forward to that. So that's coming up later on in the show. But now, this is one of my favorite moments in the show. It's the shout-outs, right? Shout, shout, let it all out. Wasn't that the song? So let's see who's joining us today. Let me know you're here. Shoot me a comment if you're watching, and I'm going to give you that nice big shout-out. I see my better half, the Adrian to my Rocky Elaine, is helping us out here today. Vivi, VO in the house. Let's VO get it. Absolutely. Merrill Goldsmith, thank you for joining us, Merrill. I appreciate it. Lance Huff, yes, the Express does in fact keep on rolling every day. Kristen Clemmer, wicked awesome VO. She's a wicked awesome talent with a wicked awesome branding. Thanks for joining us, Kristen. I appreciate you. Steve Tardio is here with us. Chad Erickson, the Duke of the Demo. I need a demo. Let's go get it. Yes, sir. John Duffin, my man Pots and Pans, running his voiceovers to the finish, flexing some new logos for some of his content. John Duffin, welcome to the show, my friend. Drew Graham, big things getting ready to be unveiled for my main man, Drew Graham. I can't wait to share that with the world. Charlie, there's another new addition to the Go Get It Express that we're working on something that's going to blow your mind. Charlie, welcome to the show. Jimmy Celeste, how are you, my friend? Another new member of the Go Get It Express is joining us, Grant Patrizio. Brother, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to have a lot of fun. You and I are going to talk Monday, start kicking some butt then. The big dog, Jim Cooper, is here. Matt Eakins from across the pond, my brother in the UK. Thanks for joining us today. Nikki Jacobs, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. Let's see who else is here. David from Veteran VO. I salute you, my friend, at your service. The real Charlie Toro. Man's got brass ones this big, huge pipes. Voices the Go Get It podcast for us. Appreciate that. Charlie, thanks for joining us. Chris D'Alessandro, it's about the voice. Thank you for joining us. Another Go Get It alum. Let's see who else is here. John Malone, straight out of the Malone zone, is here. What's up, John? Robbie Moe, fist bump to his familia, La Vosa Nostra, hermano. How you doing, kid? Thank you for joining us, Rob. We got Jim Raposa is here. Hey, Jim, how you doing, dude? Laura Rice is present. Hi, Laura. How are you? Good to see you. And let's see who. And Grant says he has none of these fancy catchphrases. Not yet. Not yet. In due time, my friend. Don't worry. I got you covered. So I think that covers all the shout outs today, as maybe a few other people might be jumping on. Feel free to let us know you're here. I'll make sure to give you a shout out. In the meantime, I'm going to remind you, if you haven't already, there are several free marketing resources that I have for you. If you haven't gotten them already, shoot me a comment, shoot me a message, and I will deliver those to you at the end of the show, whether that's the 20 exercises to increase outreach, the fight plan for graphic overlays in iMovie, 5 mistakes you're making on your website, 20 places you should be breaking brand right now, the Go Get It game plan for generating content, or the $0 opportunity to go get in the spotlight. If you haven't done that yet, you need to reach out to me and let me show you how that's done. Yo, I see D. Alvis is here. Tattoo VO. What's up there, brother? Thank you for joining us. Great to have you on the show. So, let's get down to it, shall we? Let's get down to it. We got some training to do, man. So, for those of you that tuned into last week's episode, we talked about building sales strength. And one of the things we talked about, and I gave you guys a hint, I mentioned that email is a part of that process. It's a part of that process. You can't put all your eggs in one basket with your email. It's one of many exercises you should be doing to get the word out. You should be having a robust email campaign along with your branded content. You should have a robust email campaign along with engaging on social media. You should have a robust email campaign in addition to making cold calls. You should have a robust email campaign in addition to sending out postcards or branded thank you notes or business cards. It's all one big system. But the email is something that we need to work on, knowing it's not your primary marketing tool, but when you do use it, you want your emails to be effective and engagement boosting. You want those emails to have punch, right? You want them to have punch. So how the heck can you do that? Let's talk about that. First, let's get a little refresher on those 3 types of emails. Okay? You can send single emails to contacts. Yes, those can be more personal. You can customize them. You can add a little nuance in there. But the flip side, sometimes those take a lot of time to churn out. So that's one of 3. You can send small group emails to batches of similar leads using the BCC function in your email. Now, those are a little less personal unless you know how to work the mail merge of your email program. Generally, you can't include first names. By the way, hi Nessa, hi John McBride. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to give you guys a proper shout out. As I was saying, you can use the BCC function to send out small batches of emails. They're a little less personal, no first names, but they do allow you to be a little more efficient because you can send groups of emails to different tiers of leads, whether they're existing clients, repeat clients, past clients, future clients. You can break them down however you want. You could send 20 at a time, 10 at a time in small batches. And of course, you can go all out and do some cool mass HTML emails, okay? Hey, Linda Poff, what's up, kid? Thanks for joining us. Quick shout out there. As I was saying, you can mix in the mass HTML emails. You can use a third-party software like Constant Contact or MailChimp. And those are cool because they come with branded graphics, pictures, video links, etc. Dan, what's up, dude? Dan Levy's here. What's up, dude? And you can try out some of these services. I'm just going to name a couple. Constant Contact is the one that I'm the most familiar with. Comes with a free trial. Why not give it a shot? Experiment with it. And I think their pricing structure starts out at like $20 a month. A little pricey. Then you got something like MailChimp. They have a free version as well, and their first pricing tier I think is about $10 a month. You should try either of those out for mass HTML emails. Now, keeping in mind that with all 3 of those options, you're going to need to develop emails that have a shot at getting opened. I don't care which one of those 3 we're talking about. If you're not doing the right things to help increase the probability that your email is going to get opened, it really doesn't matter what you use. So we're going to dig into that today. And I want to give you a little bit of a reminder here. In addition to sending out thousands upon thousands of sales emails in the last 3 decades, in my job, to secure new business, okay? I want you to keep that in mind. The thousands upon thousands of emails that I've sent trying to get business. In addition to coaching folks like you and teaching them how to do this email thing and giving you tips on subject lines and body copy, rate of follow-up, all that kind of stuff. In addition to those 2 things, one key point often gets lost in the shuffle is that as the vice president and general manager of a national production company since 1993, I have been on the receiving end of thousands of email solicitations. Thousands. Most of them are just Some folks know what they're doing. But I say all those things to you, not because I want you to send me some fancy award for all the time that I put in, but you got to trust what I'm telling you, as I have a huge sample size of experience to draw from as I pick a little nugget here and there to share with you so you can use what has a better chance at working. Okay? Keep that in mind. So let's talk about the 6 ways you're probably getting your butt kicked with your email. And we're going to fix that, okay? And we're going to kind of talk about this. Instead of point, counterpoint, we're going to stick with the branding lexicon and go with punch, counterpunch. Okay? So the number one punch that I see all the time is your emails are too damn long. Okay? You do not need to include in your emails, especially if it's the first one or two you're sending to a potential client. You do not need to include your laundry list of every credit you've ever recorded. You'd be amazed that sometimes I get almost like Excel spreadsheets attached to the thing. I mean, it's ridiculous. You don't need to name 5 credits. Stick with your biggest credit. If you're Jeff Bell, and I don't know if Jeff's watching, but if you're Jeff Bell, Jeff, I want you saying, I'm the voice of Ford trucks, or I'm the voice that says Liberty Biberty in the Liberty Mutual spots. That's what I want your email to say, okay? If you're, God rest his soul, Don LaFontaine, I want you to say, I'm the inner world guy. Now, you might be saying to yourself, I don't have a top tier credit like that. Well, what do I say? Well, what I would tell you is mention what the type or the style of read that you are best at. Okay? In your email. Instead of trying to come up with credits, just say I'm either a good hard sell voice, I'm a good everyman voice, I'm a good whispery female, Demi Moore, whatever. Give yourself one thing to identify yourself with. Okay? Now, number 2. So we talked about your emails are too long, so shorten them up. Number 2, your subject lines stink. They stink. They're awful. I want something original. Get my attention. As soon as I see, or another production company or ad agency guy or media producer sees, need a new voice, demo submission for your roster, that email's being skipped or deleted because they see it all the time. Do something original. Give folks an incentive. Create a little curiosity for them to open up that email. So the counterpunch to that is do something a little left to center. Here's a few tips I can give you can try. Number 1, and I use this all the time, and a lot of my Go Get It Express members who we've talked about email with, I've mentioned this to quite a few, is in the subject line, use did you get this? ? Did you get this? It's a little nebulous, and you're going to hopefully get that person that thinks that they missed something, and minimally, even if they have no interest in your service, they're going to respond to your email and they say, yes, I got it, not interested. Which, by the way, that's a win. That's better than not being open or not being responded to. You're creating action. So try that. Did you get this? Or you can say, help, ! Or need your help. Okay? Or your expertise is requested. That suggests you're seeking some assistance only that person can provide. And let me tell you something. People love to be an expert. They love being an expert. If you give them an opportunity for them to help you or guide you, your chances increase they're going to respond. Or you can have a little fun. Okay? Maybe push the envelope a little bit. Be bold. Be irreverent. Make a wacky declaration that hints at what you do best or shows a little sense of humor. I want you guys to start looking at your email subject line as a 2 to 3 second micro opportunity to entertain someone. 2 to 3 seconds to entertain someone. A little micro opportunity. Remember that. So maybe you have some fun and say, if you're a deep voice guy or a gal, I have the deepest voice on planet Earth. Or I have the sexiest voice you ever heard. Or my hair is on fire. I can't say that anymore, but or if I don't close you, my wife will leave me. Have fun with it. Who cares? Throw caution to the wind. Get a laugh. Make someone wonder, who is this knucklehead trying to email me? Stop worrying about ruffling feathers. Stop worrying about trying to be everybody's friend. We talked about that too. 99 friends, 1 client. The whole point of these emails is to get attention. Get them to open it. Okay? Now, we talked about the first 2 things. They're too long. Subject lines need work. Number 3, Ditch the delivery options. Remove the delivery options out of your initial email or two. They're irrelevant. You do not need to include Source Connect, IPDTL, ISDN, Carrier Pigeon, Smoke Signal, whatever. You don't need to list all of those. Okay? You know who thinks those things are sexy? Other voice talent. That's it. The guy on the other end who's throwing you a few $100 or whatever it is to voice that 30-second script, they just want to know the audio is going to sound good and you're going to deliver it before my deadline. Keep it simple. If someone asks, are you signed up to Source Connect? Yes. Do you have IPDTL? Yes. Okay. Can you send uncompressed WAV files? Yes. Then answer their question, but don't put it in that first email or two. You don't need it, okay? Keep it simple. Say super fast broadcast quality audio delivery. That's it. Everything else is assumed, okay? It's not a differentiator anymore. It's not 2001, okay? Now, number 4, your emails are too formal, okay? You guys are not CPAs. You're not drafting a legal notice. You're not composing a term paper for your 10th grade civics class. Okay? Lose the Mr., lose the Mrs., lose the to whom it may concern. Remove the sincerely or the yours truly at the end. You're not writing that formal form letter anymore that you learned in grade school. It's an email. Make it casual. Make it conversational. So the counterpunch is, number 1, be on a first name basis with all your contacts. Keep folks on the same level as you. Okay? If you write me an email and you say, Mr. Dissin, you're immediately elevating me to some artificial status that I don't have. Okay? The person you're trying to solicit is on the same level as you. You're just trying to get them to spend money with you. That's it. Don't give them too much credit right away. You cut your legs off when you're trying to win business. Number 2, write like you talk. Like I said, be casual. Everyone's phone has speak to text. Speak the email. Clean up the typos and whatever afterwards. Use speak to text to compose your emails. Or if you want to go all out, record an audio file of what you want to say and then transcribe it. Might take you a little longer, but your emails should read like you speak, not like you're reading a novel or like I said, some document. It's not a formal document. Now, number 5, this is a big one. A lot of you guys mess this one up, is you're not doing your homework. You're not doing your homework before you write that email, those one-on-one emails. When you're writing to a specific manager or producer or casting director, your emails look like a template. You're just cutting and pasting, changing the name, hitting send. Cut that out. Okay, what I want you guys to do is you got to start referencing something in the email that you thought might have been cool that you saw on their website. Acknowledge a post they did on social media. You agreed. You disagreed, you're expanding upon it. Maybe you find some other type of common bond. It could be a former workplace you had in common, someone, a coworker, a college attended, other types of mutual contacts. Show the other person that you are invested in them, that you are making the effort to learn more about them because you want to be a member of their team. It's like when I sit down and I go speak to these colleges and these high schools and everyone asks me, how do you interview? And talk to me about interview skills. And the number 1 thing I tell people, and this applies here, bear with me, is that you want to interview the interviewer. Come to the interview and you ask the questions. So my point to you is in order to ask the questions of an interviewer, you have to do your homework to know what to ask about the company, about the salary, about the benefits, about the work schedule. It's the same thing. Do your homework on these agencies and media production companies and put it in the email so that they know that you're serious about them. Okay? Last but not least is you guys are attaching these files. You're killing me. Stop attaching files. You're not just shooting yourself in the foot, you're hacking your leg off at the knee. don't attach files. If you're attaching unsolicited large media files, folks are either going to be afraid to open them because they're going to think it might be some malware or something, or they may not even arrive to the person you want to send them to because their junk filter or spam filter, or they might have some file size restriction on their inbound company email. It may never get to them. The counterpunch is include links, hyperlinks. They can click right on the email, boom, takes them someplace they can hear audio just like that. Whether that's a link to your website, to the specific demo on your website, not just the website, a YouTube link, SoundCloud, a WeTransfer, Dropbox, include a hyperlink. It's nimble, it's easily transportable. You don't have to worry about having a 16 meg WAV file on the end of an email. Don't run that risk. There shouldn't be any attachments. No WAV files, no MP3s, no PDFs, doc files, nothing. Don't attach a file on an initial email or two. So that's the 6 ways you're probably getting your butt kicked, and I gave you counterpunches to defend against all of them. Now, if you send me a comment right now, or you send me a little message, I'm going to take all that and I have it nice and tidied up, just like this. See, it says, go get off the ropes, dummy. The 6 ways you're probably getting your butt kicked with your email. You see there's 3 columns there. It's got the ways you're getting your butt kicked. It's got the punches and the counter punches in an easy reference guide. Just shoot me that note. I'll flip it to you when we're done the session here today. You can keep it on your desk and you can kind of just check off your email before you send it out to make sure you follow all the steps. So I tell you what, let's see if there are any questions. And then in a few minutes, we're going to be revealing the big winner. So let's check it out here. Let's see if we have any questions here and see if I missed any shout outs. I'm combing through. Adam, it's great to have you with us. I appreciate it. In addition to the questions, like I said, I'll be getting to the shout outs. We mentioned Dan. Vivi has a question. How do you feel about emojis on the subject line? Go for it. I love it. Do it. It's visually appealing. It'll stop that sort of vertical scroll when people are combing through their inbox. Go for it. Let's see. Adam says, how can he subscribe to my email newsletters that I've sent out? If you go on my website, there should be a little pop-up page that you can sign up right there. And if that doesn't work, send me a message and I'll get you involved. By the way, that's an email sales funnel, just so you know. That's a whole other thing we can talk about one day. Let's see here. Charlie says he usually uses breaking news. I'm down with that. Mike Christensen, the voice monkey, is here. Thanks for joining us, brother. And yes, Rob, I do smell bananas. Let's see. Sherry is here. Sherry Rochelle, how are you? Thank you for joining us. And let's see. Matt says he has the most British voice you've ever heard. Try it. Why not, Matt? Give it a shot. David says he uses a stork for audio delivery. Very good. Probably costs a lot to feed that animal, though. Let's see. John Grimes, welcome to the show, my friend. Your comment is rated E, and his studio is smoke signal equipped. That's good. Let's see here. Who else is with us here? Everyone's asking. Steve's going to get one. Jim, we're going to send you that. Linda, we're going to send you one. John, I'm going to get you off the ropes. Jimmy, I'm sending you one. Matt's getting one. David, I'm sending one to you. Rob's getting one. Grant, you are getting one. And I'll get you all the other resources too you asked for. No worries. Laura, I'm sending one to you. Merrill, I'm sending one to you. Nessa, I got you. Sending you one. John Grimes is getting one. And, yeah, rope-a-dope was an Ali thing, Elaine. He did that against George Foreman, by the way. Lance Huff, I'm going to send you one. Sherry, I'm going to send you one. Kristen, one coming at you. Vivi's getting one. Robbie Moe's getting one. John McBride, he says, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I'd appreciate it if you sent one to me. Yes, I'm doing it because you went Ali on me, brother. We're going to do it. I love it. Charlie says, if you really were to measure my cojones, how big will they really be? Well, this program is rated PG, so I can't really answer that question. But maybe that might be the subject of a future post. D, I'll send you one, brother. Ken Carson, welcome to the show, man. Love to see a fresh name in there, and I will send you all the goodies. Nikki Jacob says, how many words are too long for the subject line? I don't know the exact word count. What I would tell you is maybe send a few test emails to yourself and see what gets cut off and use that as a guide. Drew Graham says, question, what are your thoughts on a follow-up email? You should follow up often, and don't be afraid to follow up. Don't be afraid to have someone say, hey, please unsubscribe me. Because when they say unsubscribe, you're not losing a potential client. You're gaining time. You don't have to devote any more time to that person anymore. Shane Ellsbury, I will send that up to you. Thanks, brother. Thanks for joining us. And let's see here. John Duffin, and don't you dare call me Mr. Dissin. Mr. Dissin resides about an hour from here, my old man. So I will totally send you the list as well. Jim, I got you, brother. I will send one to you. Nikki, I'm sending one to you. And Chris D'Alessandro asks, how long should the body of the email be? Well, I'm not going to give you an exact word count or sentence count or paragraph count, but it should be fairly short. 3-4 sentences, a paragraph or two. You don't want to pour your life story in those emails, Chris. Keep it short. Get their attention. Leave them wanting more. Okay? Grant's leaving us. Good night to you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Let's see here. Who else is here? What is the time length to follow up? So that varies from situation to situation. It depends if you're not getting any response off that cold email. I would say 10 days to 2 weeks is fair. If you are getting some kickback, say someone's emailing you back and then you don't hear from them for a few days, then you can follow up, say, hey, how do we make out from that last conversation? I'm circling back, etc. So, Chris Jones is here, the Bonehouse VO. And catch the replay. All kind of good stuff in there, Chris, for you. So, last call for questions. But by the way, the show is not over. Not only are we going to be revealing who the winner of the Go Get It Challenge is, of course, we're going to there's going to be a lesson in there too, so you're going to learn even more. Jimmy says his subject line is the coolest voice in the room. Not bad, not bad. I would challenge you. I think you might be able to even outdo that, Jimmy, but that's not too bad. So let's see here. Are we ready to reveal that winner? Get any other shout outs in here? I am excited to be able to reveal the winner, and I really appreciate everyone who entered in the contest and got a lot of great responses. It was a tough decision. There were lots of great submissions, but we do indeed have a winner, and I'm going to reveal that name right now. The winner of the first ever Go Get It Challenge is, everybody give me a drum roll. Here it comes, is Sherry Rochelle. Sherry Rochelle, congratulations. You are the winner of a free 30-minute marketing coaching call with me. I'll be reaching out to you to set that up, and you'll be able to pick my brain here. And I wanted to be able to share with you the email, so I'm going to read it to you. Having a little technical issue here, but I am going to read it to you. And by the way, I will send it to everybody. I have a file that I can send that I have it annotated with little notes on what was cool. So the first thing is, Sherry starts her email off to me with 513 Tim Sabian podcast inquiry. That is a compelling, concise subject line, and it avoided all those nasty buzz phrases that we talked about earlier. And it proves she did a little homework too, by the way. She starts off, good morning, Corey. Informal salutation, first name basis, boom, home run. Then she goes on to say, and I'm just going to read this. I've just listened to your 513 podcast with Tim, and I was inspired to reach out to you. I resonate with your go get it messaging and your experience with the belief that answering phones at 5 a.m. at the radio station felt like winning the lottery. Homework done. Well done, Sherry. Not only did she just say, oh, I really like your Go Get It podcast, she dove deep into a particular episode and mentioned a particular part that you had to be 10, 15 minutes in to even hear. So that proves to me that she's in it to win it. She wants to work with me. Not that I'm hiring her, but just for the purpose of the exercise. And she goes on, there's several parts in the email where she's bold-facing things and underlining things, which is great because you want to draw emphasis to certain keywords and phrases. And she mentions in the email, would you do me the favor of responding with your messaging goals, which is a very unique call to action. She's asking me to do something. And she also says, which I thought was cool, and this is a great tip that you guys can all learn from. She goes, if I'm able to help you reach these goals, I have colleagues who I could put in your corner, blah, blah, blah. So she's saying to me, even if you don't want to hire me, please reach out to me because I can help you and I'll refer you to somebody else. That's a class move, Sherry. That is a class move. Guys, take a page out of Sherry's book. Start doing that, okay? She goes on to say, here's a link to a video that she recently worked on. So there's a YouTube link in there. And she closes it out with saying, I can't wait to speak with you and let's go get it. Well, boom, grand slam. There you go. It's an original close. It's relevant. She repackages my tagline. She understands my branding language. So that took a lot of thought, and it was very well done. It's not the typical regards, sincerely, until then, thank you, blah, blah, blah. I mean, it was like, Sherry, well done. Congratulations to you. Like I said, when I send you guys the list of the Go Get It Off the Ropes punches and counter punches, I will also send you a copy of the email that she sent for the contest along with my annotation so you can see just what it took. So it was very well done, very impressive. I'm not discounting everyone else's submissions were good. There were a lot of good ones in there, but I could only pick one winner. So thank you so much for participating. And Sherry, congrats once again. Be checking your email or your social media messaging as I will be reaching out to you to set up that 30-minute session real soon here. So, hey, one more final reminder. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It's still not too late to share that you're on this episode with me. I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you being a part of Go Get It Nation. Don't forget to message me if you haven't already to get your list of the 6 ways you're getting your butt kicked with your email, or to get the links to the 20 exercises to increase your outreach, the fight plan to knock out overlays in iMovie in 9 rounds, 5 mistakes you're probably making with your website, or 20 places you should be breaking brand right now. And of course, if you didn't get your copy of the Go Get It game plan or your instructions to go get in the spotlight, reach out to me. I shall hook you up. Let's get your name out there to thousands. Let me know. I am eternally grateful that you guys spent your Tuesday evening with me. I hope we delivered. I hope you're in better shape to go do your email fighting, and we got you off the ropes and you can knock out your email marketing. And I'm going to close it out. You guys have a great night, and of course, go get it.